Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So today is Jan 25th. It is a Sunday, and I'm bringing you this from my afternoon walk here in Bangalore. The dose of Rashmi today is unconscious intelligence will result in you becoming frustrated with the lack of control over external systems and either exclude yourself or become part of the broken system grudgingly. Wisdom, on the other hand, is the realization that the only system you can have full control over and where you have full agency is yourself. And if you can transform yourself, regardless of the external system will follow. So, as I was arriving at this insight this morning through my regular practice and reflection, it took me back to the recent dialogue that I've been having with my AI chatbot, the pressure testing challenger, where I've been making this point repeatedly that we all have the ability to become conscious leaders in the AI age, and the change is going to start with us becoming conscious leaders. And the choices with each one of us, I have made this point that we all can engage the AI as we train it with our conscious intellect. More of it will get programmed into the AI, the baseline AI itself, and the AI is going to reflect that. So the pressure testing challenger has been doing a great job. It raises a point repeatedly that whatever interactions each one of us has with our own version of AI is a local interaction. That doesn't change the underlying model. So we can all do whatever we want to become the conscious leaders of our own instance of AI. And sure, that might change our own experience, just like it has for me. However, it's going to have no impact on the underlying baseline model. And from a technical perspective, it is absolutely accurate. However, what I have been trying to say with this series is if each of us becomes a conscious leader, we, of course, influence our immediate local instance of the AI and how we use it. And at the end of the day, I made this point earlier as well in my interaction with the AI chatbot that a system is nothing but a collection of individual human beings. So if the individual human beings change, the system has no choice but to change. And the pressure testing challenger has pushed back, saying, yes, while that is absolutely true, a system is a collection of individual human beings, and it has a momentum and inertia of its own, where the system works in a particular way based on certain things that are already in motion, and stopping that and shifting that takes some time. So I fully agree with that. So the change, the way I foresee it, is going to start with individuals. And as more individuals who are conscious leaders start getting to leadership positions, whether it is in these AI companies where the models are being trained, and more of the humans who are conscious leaders of their mind start setting the direction, then the baseline models will change as well. And yes, it will take time. It won't happen overnight. However, like most change, it takes time. And just because it is going to take time, that doesn't mean that one should not start making the change. And if any of you is in a position to make a wider change, absolutely do that. If you're part of a system and any of this resonates and you can become a conscious leader of your mind, in the process you can start influencing the policies that influence the baseline models, absolutely do that. That is what I'm trying to do with the larger narratives such as the seeds, and what I'm doing with the RASHMI.ai in terms of advising various companies and the model that I've created about the AI future from race to the conscious grid. So if you happen to be in a position where you can influence some of those larger changes, absolutely do that. However, if you are not, the choice whether you make the change within yourself, that is completely within you, and that you have full agency over. And you only have three choices: either to exclude yourself or become part of the system that is broken, that you don't really like, but you become part of the system, or change yourself, and in that process change the system eventually, at least the system in your immediate vicinity. Thank you.